to great. There is no other option.
And your NCAA champion, Robbie Drew.
We're going back to Omaha!
Play a high level of basketball and a game that's fun to watch.
We are a team, capital letters, team.
He's now called national champion, which is really neat.
Now we're making it happen out there. Let's finish this thing on the field.
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico, the Virginia Athletics Foundation, the Virginia Lottery, and by UVA Health Systems.
On this edition of Cavalier Sports Weekly,
it's an honor, especially all the great players that have gone through this program between 1992 and now.
Stays alive. He's going to scramble forward up the middle, across the 5 to the 2. Touchdown!
Welcome to Cavalier Sports Weekly. I'm Chase Minnifield, number 13 for the UVA football team. This week, we're back at Scott Stadium. But before we preview our next opponent, let's look at last week's game versus North Carolina.
Start fast! You like first, let's go! LB's on 3, 1, 2, 3, LB!
Millie now leaves the backfield. He's going to line up wide left. Straight drop back for Rocco. Slings it over the middle. Got a man. It's caught by Bird, the 30 of North Carolina. He paid for it as he took a shot. Randolph 0 for 1 today. Missed a 45-yarder. This from the near hash mark left. Snap is off. There's the hold. Kick is up. Plenty of height to it. Plenty of leg to it. And plenty of angle. Virginia scores first. It's 3-0. That's 2 plays in a row. He's been able to step up the middle and run. Now he's got the ball, lobbing it to the end zone. Beautiful pass. It's caught by Boyd. Touchdown on the front side of the end zone.
Like I said last week, that we end up making more plays than them. And this week, they end up making more plays than us. And you see there's a fine line between a drop pass, untimely penalty, missed sack opportunity. You see there's a fine line for that. So you measure it as that the line for success and the opportunity for success in games like this when you're playing, that's a good football team, that you have to narrow those lines.
Watford's under center. Snyder goes in motion, left to right. Here's the handoff to Parks. Parks around the right side with all sorts of opening. He's across the 40 to the 45. He's across midfield down to the North Carolina 42-yard line before he's finally chopped down. Out of the shotgun with 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. That's Chris Bird. He's still waiting to go off for Virginia. He'll take the snap. Watford looking right, throws that way, overshoots his man open in the flat as he was trying to get it to Terrell. Terrell would have had the first down. It's going to be first down and 10 with 9:44 to play in this second quarter. Renner's under center as North Carolina starts its drive. Here comes the pressure. Again, he's able to step up in the middle of the pocket and race ahead for a first down, sliding down. 3rd and goal. Renner under center. They're going to hand it off to Houston. Houston tries the right side. He dives to the end zone. Does he have it? They say he does. Touchdown, North Carolina. Bernard, the lone setback on first down. They'll do a toss sweep coming to the near side. He cuts it back to the middle, breaks a tackle. Now he's going back even further inside. He's in the middle of the field with daylight in front. Look out. He throws on the jet straight up the gut. Minnifield drags him from behind all the way down to the 23 of Virginia. Bernard, the lone setback. It's Highsmith wide right. He goes into motion. Jones wide left. He's looking that way. Throws toward Jones. He's defended by Nicholson. Ball is caught, but was he in bounds? Yes. Touchdown, North Carolina on the far side of the end zone. Steps to the line with 2 men behind him. Hands it off to Parks. Parks following his blocker pass toward. Finds the opening across the 40. He races ahead to the 45. Knocked out of bounds at the 49.
He wanted to come home, basically. Carolina is home to him. And he wanted to play well and do well. His future is bright and it's ahead of him because he loves the game of football and he's truly a playmaker for us.
Here's the fake handoff. Rocco rolling to his right, got a man wide open. Millions in the flat, racing down the far sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Virginia answering on 3rd and short. Virginia comes with a 4-3 delay give. All sorts of room in front for Bernard. Bernard's into the open field across the 50 of Virginia down to the 42. Houston, the deep back. They've got a couple tight ends in the game here. He'll take it around the left side, follows his blockers, and weaves his way into the end zone around the left guard. Touchdown, North Carolina. He's got Chris Bird on the near side right. I beg your pardon, that's Tim Smith. He's looking that way, pump faking, now rolling to his opposite side. Got to get rid of it, throws it downfield. Man wide open, Matt Snyder makes the catch. Jones in there now to the right of Rocco. He takes the snap out of the shotgun, fires over the middle. This ball is caught by Bird. He's inside the 15. It was a dangerous pass, but a nice adjustment by Bird, pulling it in from behind him. Clock now inside of 5.5 minutes to play. Long snap down, he takes the snap. Pump fakes, now he's in trouble, scrambling, stays alive. He's going to scramble forward up the middle, across the 5 to the 2. He dives to the end zone. Did he get it? Yes. Touchdown, Virginia.
I did think he took a step forward today in leading the team and doing some of the things that we've asked him to do. But everybody's going to have to take a step up, more. I mean, everybody that's playing, from the freshmen all the way up to, 4th and 5th year guys. And we got to play better and get in a game where you statistically are doing better. We got to put points on the board, and we got to stop teams from scoring.
Tim Smith left as receivers. Carolina sends the blitz. Rocco lobbing this one down the sideline. He's got Smith. He makes the catch. Oh, what a play. That ball's inside the 35 of Carolina. 1st and 10. Clock at 3:03. Play action pass. Rocco drops back. Pressure coming. He throws it intercepted off the fingertips of Bird and right into the outstretched hands of Matt Merletti.
Pass is intercepted. I look at the statistics at the end of the game also. Not particularly one side dominated the other side, but they won where it matters, and that's on the scoreboard. They scored more points and had better opportunities to put it in the end zone than we did.
To watch video highlights and Coach London's press conference after every Virginia football game, visit VirginiaSportsTV.com on Saturday night. VirginiaSportsTV.com is your home for free, on-demand video content of every Cavalier team. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Welcome back to Cavalier Sports Weekly. Saturday, we host the Southern Miss Golden Eagles in a 3:30 kickoff. Let's check out the game preview.
The young man Lampley, number one, is a dynamic return guy. Punts, kickoffs. He has career touchdowns, in both categories there. And this is a team that's very, very fast. Again, very athletic. Most of the teams they play in Conference USA, I believe, are spread offense teams or hurry up, quick tempo. So their offense and their defensive looks are geared towards stopping those type of looks. The quarterback, Austin Davis, I think the last game just broke Brett Favre's passing yardage record, his touchdown record. He's a senior guy that does a great job at running Coach Fedora's offense. The receivers that he has, I think there was a 90-yard touchdown pass they threw against Marshall. They've been throwing the ball around there for a lot, and this quarterback has the pelts to prove it. And I think defensively, because they've played so many spread teams in their own conference, that their defense is kind of, there's a 3-4-4 look, 3 down linemen and 4 guys off the ball that can walk one up, and then they have 4 guys in the secondary, and then they'll play a true 4-3 look. So they're very multiple. Again, as I say, because probably the offenses that they've had to defend in their own league, they run to the ball well. And I was talking to Perry Jones the other day. I think he traveled on a trip down there, and he just said that they just kept coming in waves. They just their athleticism, their speed, eventually took over. So I don't think we'll be hot on Saturday. And but it'll be an important game for us as we start to go down this home stretch here of home games. It's important for us to play well and do well to fulfill some of the goals the guys have had for themselves.
Southern Miss, we know they have a great core of receivers, very fast guys. So, this week we just been doing a great job of just keeping everything in front of us and, just preparing and just, the key to the game is going to be knowing what they're going to do before they come out in the huddle. And I feel like we've been doing a great job so far at that.
The receiver, Tracy Lampley, is also a guy that is involved in their return game, in punts and kickoff returns. He does an excellent job, and he's a downhill guy. He gets the ball, he's fearless, and he'll get after it. Punter punts the ball well. Place kicker does a great job as well. So I think that cover units, like I said, because they're fast, cover units do a great job. Kickoff cover, their punt team when they have to turn and cover downfield. So we've got our work cut out for us. We're talking about trying to get our playmakers the ball. Well, their hitting cover units are pretty good. So the battle will be special teams wise, holding up so we can get our returners to hold the ball, to get the ball, and then getting downfield fast enough to make sure we don't give number one a chance to break loose.
I think Indiana was a good preparation for this game. We've been doing a good job of having two huddles run at us on defense, and that's been allowing us, just to get used to the fast pace. And so when game time comes, it'll just be like practice again. And I feel like we've been doing a great job at that this week.
Yeah, they're pretty good offensively, and I think when you look at, as I was saying before, these spread offenses we're just talking about, that they will try to exploit you horizontally with the bubble screens and the flare screens and throwing the ball in the perimeter. And then when you shore that up, then they try to hit you vertically in the passing game. So I think rush lanes will be important. The different types of coverages that we show them before the snap and after the snap, pressuring the quarterback, making sure that the concepts that they use, that we understand the concepts, whether it's a high-low concept or the in-and-out concepts, that our players are aware of that. And just it's kind of like maybe an Indiana type of style. Our game plan will be coverage sound, be lane integrity sound, and know where their best players are, because the quarterback, as I said, has done a fantastic job running their offense.
We have some talented first-year players on our football team this year. Let's meet cornerback Brandon Phelps in our first-year spotlight.
It means a lot to me. I just want to go out there and put forth my best effort. Just help the team. I want to make an impact.
Good job, Brandon Phelps.
Definitely at first, the speed of the game took me a while to get used to that. Guys are a lot faster. They're good athletes. But I think right now, I'm starting to get adjusted to it a lot better. I'm just trying to get better every day. I don't feel like I'm really where I need to be. I'm just trying to improve every day.
How you doing, boy? Doing good? Picking it up? Doing good out there, man.
I just love being out on the field, love the meetings, love just being around all the guys. It's just a great experience.
I stalemate them if I can. If not, once I make the contact, I'm riding the hip, I'm keying the hip.
We got a lot of fast receivers, good athletes, and we're looking to make an impact. We're just every day we're taking it one day at a time, trying to get better as a team. Both my parents went here, but they wanted me to do what's best for me, and I felt like that place was here, and just happened to be that both my parents went here. It's definitely a big transition from high school to college. Like, your mom's not there telling you, you need to do your homework, you need to study, but I think I'm adjusting to it well, making sure I'm getting all my work done. Definitely the academic support staff we got here is great, and they make sure we get all our work done. They just told me to make sure I don't get behind, just make sure I stay on top of my work, and everything will take care of itself.
Cavalier fans, join me, Dave Kane, the voice of the Cavaliers, at the Kroger on Hydraulic Road in Charlottesville from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and use your Kroger Plus card for your chance to win UVA prizes. Alternative entry options available. No purchase necessary. Look for the Cavalier One trailer. We hope to see you there. This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by UVA Health System. Dedication beyond measure.
Now let's check in with head volleyball coach Lee Mays.
Our season started off very well. We had a little bit of a setback last week. We hope that was just an aberration. We've been training very well. Our effort's been fabulous. And right now it's important for us to continue striving for improvement on a daily basis. That's our biggest goal when we come into the gym every week, knowing that we're working really hard, we're preparing really well, and we want to be able to see the fruits of that every weekend when we play. You know, we've seen some nice development from our middles. They're right now our strengths offensively. Both Jessica Oshoni and Mallory Woolridge have been two of the more dominant middles in the conference, and our ability to be able to pass and be able to get them the ball offensively is going to be critical in terms of our continued success. Florida State is currently ranked 22nd in the country. They are a very big and physical team. They run a 6-2 system, which means they always have 3 attackers in the front row at all times, whereas we're currently in a 5-1 system. And one of the things about Florida State is that they're going to be pretty relentless in terms of how much pressure they put on us offensively. So it's going to be important for us to be able to serve well as receive serve well so that we can consistently side out and limit our errors when we try to compete against them.
Now let's get an update from our men's soccer team.
To be honest with you, the first 35 minutes of that half was some of the best soccer we've played. I mean, it was really, really good. Radford's a good side. They almost beat Maryland. They're a very, very good side. We knew that coming in, and so, you know, Calvin Resend did very well for us. Eric Bird continues to do very well for us. Obviously, Bates is finding his form a little bit with 4 goals, 4 quality goals.
It's an honor, especially all the great players that have gone through this program between 1992 and now. So it's an honor, but couldn't have done it without the balls that my teammates played to me, and they put me in a great position to score, so I just took advantage of that.
We had a depleted lineup, to be honest with you, through injuries, sickness, and some suspension from the Charlotte game. You know, half our lineup was out, which meant that some of our top reserves had to start that game. We definitely were a little bit tired in the second half. Just certain things like having Bates and Ownby together, that's only happened once. Having Monaco and Volk together, that's only happened once. And now Hunter's out for a little while. So we just kind of need to stay the course, because in the end, if we can do that, we'll have a good product on the field.
Coming up after the break.
He's a really tough guy to play because he doesn't give you much time. He plays with a lot of depth, and he plays very fast.
This portion of Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.
Our men's tennis team hosts a big event this weekend at the Snyder Courts. The Ranked +1 tournament attracts some of the best players in college tennis. For more, let's go to assistant coach Andres Pedroso. Just the Ranked 1-on-1 event. We've got a lot of the top teams on the East Coast coming to come play. We have, for every ranked player that a team brings, they can bring one unranked player. So what happens there is that we've got a lot of ranked players in the draw, since we're pretty much having teams bring ranked players to compete against our guys. So it's been a competitive event in the fall. We break it up into flights, so there's different flights, and you know, the UVA players a lot of times get into different flights since we have a large team, so they're not competing against each other necessarily. Sometimes they run into each other. It's been a great event in the past, and we're really looking forward to it. We've got a lot of great participation, a lot of top players playing, and it should be a lot of fun to watch. Alex Damajan has had a wonderful freshman year last year. He exceeded many people's expectations, and you know, he didn't lose a dual match all year, and I mean, he's obviously ranked #1 in the country now, starting off in the fall. He's just a dominant force. I mean, when his serve is on and he's using the patterns that win him points against pretty much anybody in the world, he's a dominant force, and he's a really tough guy to play because he doesn't give you much time. He plays with a lot of depth, and he plays very fast. And, you know, we're really excited about his future, not just at UVA, but beyond on the Pro Tour.
It's an honor, especially all the great players that have gone through this program between 1992 and now. So it's an honor, but couldn't have done it without the balls that my teammates played to me, and they put me in a great position to score, so I just took advantage of that.
Thanks for watching Cavalier Sports Weekly. Next week, we'll review our game against Southern Miss, preview our next opponent, Idaho, and bring you a feature on one of our captains, Matt Snyder. I'm Chase Minnifield, and until next time, go Hoos!
Cavalier Sports Weekly is brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. And by the Virginia Lottery. Like the Virginia Lottery on Facebook and enter to win a VIP UVA versus Virginia Tech football game experience. And by the UVA Health System, dedication beyond measure. And by the Virginia Athletics Foundation. You are the foundation.